What's up, guys? This is only the second live stream that I've done. 1 second. So, yeah, so this is only the second live stream that I've done. So, still trying to work out some kinks, I guess. Right now, what you're seeing me on is just my webcam, but we do have a better camera set up for the actual build process here, which is coming right down onto the table, so you guys should be able to see it a little bit better. But just for now, until we get, I guess, a few more people in here, I'm gonna just hang out with you guys for a minute. And I don't know, what's going on, guys? How's your Saturday going? I think there's 20 people in here. Looks like a good amount of people coming in. Okay, so maybe I'll just get started. What I'm going to do is, if you're watching this on the rerun, on the replay, I guess, I'm going to put some timestamps down in the video description just so you could skip through it to maybe your favorite part. But if you guys have any questions for me or anything like that, feel free to let me know in the chat. I will be watching chat, but maybe not as closely as I could, just because I am going to be focused on doing the build. But I'm going to be trying to talk to you guys as much as possible. And if you have any questions, just, I guess, let me know, and hopefully I see it. I mean, you can use the super chat feature. I am not by any means requesting donations, but you know, that is a better way to get your questions seen. I have a dislike. That's okay. Most of my videos end up with some number of dislikes. I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, I guess let's get going here. First of all, just thanks everybody for coming in and hanging out with me on a Saturday. You know, whether you're sticking around for the whole time or just a little bit, I appreciate it either way. But I know that you guys could be out doing some other things, so. And thanks. I assume most of you guys are subscribers, or probably all of you guys are subscribers at this point. So big shout out to you guys. We hit 10K 2 days ago, I guess, and up to yesterday, I got a little bit of a bump. I was talking to Kyle, and he retweeted my my giveaway link, and all of a sudden, I just ended up with like an enormous subscriber bump the last couple of days, and Josh also did the same thing, Fractal Josh. So a big shout out to those guys, but you know, as a result, we're almost at like 11,000 subscribers now. So things are going well, and we'll continue to push forward and hopefully grow the channel. And you know, thanks to you guys for sticking around. And if you guys want to see anything or have any comments or anything that you want to talk to me about, I do the best that I can to try to respond to people on Twitter and stuff like that, but sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, so you know, just keep that in mind. So people are saying congratulations, and how am I? I am good. How are you guys? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm drinking Angry Orchard because it is the middle of the day, and Angry Orchards are delicious. So cheers. But let's take a look at the parts we're going to be using here. How much RAM am I going to install? I'm going to talk about that in a second. So let me switch to my other camera, and we'll talk about the parts. So I'm just going to run through them as I have them, I guess. Ryzen 5 1600. It's going to be our processor here. Storage is only going to be a 240 gig SSD. You guys can clearly, whoever wins this can add as much storage as their heart desires, but 240 would be plenty to put the operating system on, and you know, I think it's a good starting point. Let's see. When do I give the results of the giveaway? The giveaway runs for 2 weeks. So after that, so 2 weeks from, I think 2 weeks from today will be when I announce the winner, because the giveaway started yesterday. So 2 weeks will be next, or 2 Fridays from now, and then Saturday I'll choose the winner. So anyway, 16 gigs of RAM. This is a 2x8 gig kit, Corsair Vengeance LPX. Galax GeForce GTX 1060. This is the EXOC version that I reviewed, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. And it's a great performer. It is only the 3 GB model, but it really blasts through a whole bunch of games at 1080p. So I think you guys will really enjoy this, whoever wins it. Motherboard. And if you guys couldn't tell already, this is going to be a white theme build. Actually, you know, before I forget, big thank you to Joey with Ensource Customs, who saw my my giveaway post yesterday, hit me up on Twitter. And before I even had a chance to correspond with him, he had sent out a set of cables. Is this even going to work? I'm not even sure. Yeah, he had sent out a set of cables for the build. Come on now. There we go. There are the cables. And so, because, I mean, we had corresponded before, he had my address, so he sent me a message. He's like, hey, these are in the mail. Use them for the build. So, huge shout out to Joey with Ensourced. He does awesome work. These cables are going to be sweet in this build. And they're not going to be here in time for... they're not going to be here in time for me to actually put everything together, obviously, because we're doing that today. But the winner will get them in the build. Let's see. All right. So, moving on. Angry Orchard is great with Fireball. Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me. So anyway, MSI B350 Tomahawk Arctic is our motherboard. I did a video featuring this board, like my B350 roundup, but you could see just from the color scheme that the cables that Joey put together are going to look awesome here. So I'm really pumped to get everything put together. Let's move this off to the side. What else we got? Fractal Integra M750. Now, this is going to be overkill for this build. Obviously, we don't need this much power, but this will allow for upgrades in the future or anything else you might want. 80 plus bronze rated, and Fractal makes great stuff. So big thank you to them. Obviously, they did sponsor this giveaway. So as a result, we got a couple Fractal parts here. They're a new Celsius S24. We'll be cooling the processor. Again, this is going to be probably overkill for what we're doing, but it's going to keep everything nice and cool. Maybe we'll hit some good overclocks. And then, last part is this, which it would be difficult for me to show on camera, but this is the Focus G in white. I reviewed this case also. This is a pretty new case from Fractal. They have a newer case, the Meshify, but Focus G is still pretty new. Let's see if I can show you guys some details here. Nope, I don't know. Probably not. There we go. Go watch my review video. A lot more details, a lot more good B-roll on there, and you guys could check this out in a little more detail. But obviously, we're looking at a white build. All of our components are white, or all of our components that you really see a lot of are white. So let's get started. Let me just take a quick view over at the chat. See what's going on. Need some lighting. Maybe. I haven't decided on that. I don't have any lighting set up right now. There's some LEDs on the bottom of the GPU. And white builds tend to need less lighting than builds that are all black, basically. Just because inherently they reflect light inside of them around, so any ambient light that's entering the case and getting it reflected around and illuminate the parts. So you don't necessarily need a lot of LEDs in these kind of builds, but maybe I'll add some later on. Free shipping, yes, free shipping. I'm not gonna give you a computer and make you pay to ship it. So if I end up shipping it to somewhere in Maryland, it's gonna cost me not a whole lot. If I end up shipping it to the Middle East somewhere, it's gonna cost me a lot of money. So such is life, I guess. But yeah, shipping is on me. Anything else? Yeah, I will be installing Windows, yes. Yo, Lewis. Yo to you too. All right, let's have a drink. And I guess we get started. So I'm going to try to center things the best I possibly can on this camera. Although, like, I am standing here, and then the camera is here because the way I have my tripod set up, angling down. So there's kind of some tripod legs right in the way right here. So sorry if it's if it looks a little weird, but we could go ahead and start up with the motherboard. So if you guys have any questions about like about doing a PC build, I'd be glad to answer them, because I mean that's what we're going to be running through right now. This is not going to be like an overly complicated build. I don't anticipate running into any issues. Everything I have here, I have tested before, with the exception of the power supply and the cooler, which just arrived from Fractal, and I assume that they work fine. So drunk PC build? No, not quite, but having a few beers, that's for sure. So here's our chip. This is our, where am I going? There we are. How's that? Focus maybe? Ryzen? Yeah, Ryzen 5 1600. Let me actually grab a paper towel and just clean up the edges a little bit, because I had tested with this chip before to make sure that everything was working well. And I don't have any isopropyl alcohol around, but this will be fine. There's just a little thermal paste on the edge. So what's up, guys? You got any questions for me? How does the stream look? Why don't you tell me that? How's the stream look and sound? Does it look all right? I'm always kind of worried. All right. So anyway, proceeding. Am I giving it away on stream? No, I'm not giving it away on stream. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, the link is down in the video description down below. So feel free to hit that up and enter the giveaway if you haven't already. There are also daily entries available. So I mean, if you guys want to enter as much as you can could enter a couple ways every day. So you know, you can only obviously subscribe once, but you could like tweet or something every day and get some more entries that way. Stream is good to go. It looks dark. Okay, everybody else, I have lighting. There's lighting actually like on both sides of me. It looks a little dark. Okay. That's just retracted. Okay, maybe it doesn't look dark. All right, it's a little loud. Is the microphone loud? Let me know. I mean, I could turn that down pretty easily. Anyway, so here's our key to memory. This is Corsair Vengeance. What? No Threadripper? No, I unfortunately will not be giving away a Threadripper system. I mean, I haven't even done anything with Threadripper yet. You are my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. You are my favorite viewer. Maybe. I don't know. Yes, you're my favorite viewer for sure. For sure. It's gonna be a beastly PC. I hope it'll do well for whoever gets it. To be honest with you, I mean, there's people out there who have PCs that are obviously a lot more powerful than this, and I mean, if one of those people ends up winning it, I mean, good for them, but I don't know if they're going to be able to put it to much use. I hope that this goes to somebody that really could use it, really needs it, you know, but everybody's got the same chance of winning, basically, so. All right. So, yeah. Anyway, so here we go. Here's our base setup. I like to put everything back in boxes as I am building, just kind of a little OCD thing that I have. I will not be using this stock cooler, but whoever wins the PC will have the option of getting like the boxes for everything if you want them or feel like you need them, and if you do, then I'll send you this box which will have the stock cooler in it. If you don't, I mean, that's cool. I'll probably find a use for it. Beer time. Do I feel big time? I quite the opposite, actually. I've actually been feeling feeling like 10,000 isn't quite what I thought it might be at first, but still, it is a really nice number, and I'm proud of everything that we've achieved. But no, I don't necessarily feel big time yet. All right. So some of this might look a little weird as I'm doing it, just because of the angle of the camera. So if that's the case, sorry about that. But I only have two cameras going. I have the webcam pointed at my head, and I have this one up here. So unfortunately, that's all I could really do right now. Chug. Maybe at the end I'll chug. How will the winner know that he won? I'm going to email you. If you win, you will get an email from me within a couple of minutes of me choosing the winner. And then you will have 48 hours to respond to me. And for that reason, I would hope that the information that you're putting in to the Gleam app is accurate as far as how to contact you, because otherwise you will not get my email, and then you will not win your computer. So, but if you don't respond within 48 hours, I will choose somebody else. Oh, Josh tossed me $3. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I don't know, more than you know. It definitely helps fund the channel. There's no such thing like a sweet spot. Oh. Yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody's got different needs. You can't really say that one card or one setup is going to be best for everybody. You know, somebody asked me on my my live stream the other day, like to name my name like the best. What's going on here? To name like the best $1,000 setup, and it's a fair question, but there's no way that I can do it because that's so broad. There's so many variables, I can't possibly nail down what you need or what the best thing might be for you. So, you know, unfortunately, there was no way for me to answer that question, and I just kind of had to pass on it. Sooner or later, I'll hit 1 million. I hope so. I mean, might take a little while, but we're working towards it. Do you have a case recommendation for somebody who wanted a Corsair 380T? No, no. I mean, Corsair makes such a huge range of cases that usually they, if they discontinue something, they will have something that replaces that case. So, I don't know, take a look on their website. They have a lot of stuff. I'm hoping I win. The GPU is going to be a GTX 1060, a Galax GTX 1060. Thanks, Justin. I hope you do watch the replay. This screw is really annoying. Hold on. Hold on. Bringing out the big boys. Yeah, take that. Take that, standoff. You can't fight me. Yeah, guys, the Gleam link is in the video description. You can also go back to yesterday and watch the video that I posted talking about the giveaway. It's only like 3 minutes long if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, the Gleam link is also over there. Maybe I should just use the drill for everything. Installing standups is a pain. I know a lot of modern cases don't. A lot of modern cases come with the standups pre-installed, but a lot of budget options still don't, which is fine. I mean, it's a way for manufacturers to save money. But when you're not used to having to install these things, they are kind of a pain in the butt. There we go. Yeah, the drill is much better at this than my screwdriver is. My next build will be an 8 or 12 core with Vega 56. That sounds pretty crazy. If you're running an 8 or 12 core, why not a Vega 64? I mean, the price difference is not huge, and the performance difference actually is significant. Billy Blocko, $5 towards the drunk live build that I should do. Yeah, that'll be a beer fund. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. But can this run Minecraft? No, cannot run Minecraft. If you win this, you're not allowed to play Minecraft. Do you like the new Fractal Design Meshify C? I think it's awesome. So I don't have one. I've talked to Josh about it, so I should be getting one. But I don't have one right now. It looks really good, and I'm glad that that Fractal is kind of going where the market is going, because sometimes they lag a little bit behind. But the good thing about that is that when Fractal decides to do something, they generally do it right. So even though they may have come out with a a tempered glass case, a year or so later than most other companies, theirs is going to be done the right way, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. It looks really good. I mean, the Define C, which I did a review of, it is basically a Define C with a tempered glass panel, and the Define C was an awesome case. So still a case that I highly recommend. And it's not all that expensive. And the Meshify is like, what, $100 or $90 or something like that. And it comes with all those features and glass. So I think it'll be a real winner. Let's see, what else is going on? Will I be able to play GTA 5 in all games smoothly with this PC? Yeah, of course. Well, okay. So I suppose I should put a qualifier on that. Of course, as long as you're playing within reason. You're not going to be able to game at 4K with a GTX 1060, but you should be able to blast through titles at 1080p with no problem. That's for sure. I gotta flip this thing over. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Fractal's great, and they knowing Josh just a little bit. I'm sure you guys are familiar with him. He has a huge social presence, but just knowing him as a person, he really cares about this community, and I mean it's why he was so he was like all about getting involved in this giveaway, just because it was for you guys. It wasn't for me. I didn't ask him to send me stuff. It was being given away to you. So he really cares about this community, and Fractal as a company feels the same way. So they really are on the ball as far as making sure that their target demographic is taken care of. Like, they don't build, Case Labs level cases. They don't build $500 enclosures or anything like that. But what they do build is made right, and it's made for you guys. So there's hardly been a Fractal product that I have not endorsed. I mean, they have a few like weird form factors, weird sizes, I guess. But I mean, hey, it's kind of, there's got to be somebody out there that needs that stuff. But for the most part, they're great. How are the winners chosen? They're chosen through the Gleam app, just random drawing. So there's not much that you could do to increase your chances, unfortunately. Do I have all these stand-ups in? I wasn't even paying attention. Looks like I do. Yeah, so I've had a couple of people like comment on the giveaway video and just say, hey, I really need this PC, blah blah blah. Hey, I feel for you guys, but that doesn't. It's not going to influence the results. So whoever needs it, I hope you guys win. But there can only be one winner, like Highlander, if you guys remember, if you guys know Highlander. But Highlander wasn't going for PC parts. $5.69 for the arm hair whack. Dude, Neil, get off my arm hair. It's fine. Look at it. It's almost like really well manicured, I think. I think it looks really good. But thanks for the $5.69. You perv. Can this PC stream League of Legends at 720p? Maybe. I mean, it's a 6-core chip, so it's gonna be not terrible at doing things like that. I've never played League of Legends or even tested League of Legends, so maybe I tested it once. Maybe I did a long time ago, but at least not recently. So I'm not gonna say yes or no. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Yeah, the motherboard looks sweet. I'm really kind of I'm digging the aesthetic here. This white and gray, silvery look. Well, I have a question about arm hair. Everybody in the United States is obsessed with arm hair. Don't come here if you have a lot of arm hair. We will not accept you as one of our own. No, I'm just kidding. That's just my buddy busting my balls. All specs of the PC. You can see everything that you might want to know about the PC by either rewinding this live. Jeez, I think this cable stuck in here. Either by rewinding the live stream or by just checking out when it's done. But I went over all the parts in the beginning. It's also in the thumbnail, and actually, it's also in the video from yesterday. From yesterday, I briefly popped all the components up on the screen, including the motherboard right over my face. So if you guys want to like go and freeze frame that, you'll be able to see what's going in here. Will a Strix 1070 fit in a Define C with a front radiator mount? Yeah, for sure. That case has plenty of room. Despite that it's not huge, it's got plenty of room. Can it run Microsoft Paint at least 20 frames? No, sorry. You have to step up to Threadripper for that. A Phillips screwdriver. Yes, that is what you need. I actually use iFixit, so I guess I'm not alone in this, but iFixit kits are awesome, especially if you do PC work. All these different screws, you never know what you're gonna need. And oh god, losing screws. And their kits are great. Okay, I guess let's do the cooler. I tend to do AIOs after I install the motherboard. You may feel differently, but I mean, I guess that's your prerogative. The reason I do it is because I don't like to have like a radiator dangling there as I'm trying to install the motherboard in the case. What do I think about the stupid cost of RAM now? I mean, it's just cyclical. It's just because there was some bad yields, and it'll come back. Like, the problem is that right now, to be honest with you, one of the companies that drives pricing on things like flash, both memory and storage, is Apple. And whenever they have a new product release, like a new release cycle, they prices tend to go up because manufacturing will need to keep up with the demand for their new products. So in this case, you know, we have this kind of confluence of events with Apple coming out with like the iPhone 8, some bad yields happening, and then you just, I mean, everything kind of comes to a head and you end up with RAM prices that are really outrageous, which is unfortunate because a year ago they were really good. Good, but I mean reasonable. They were really reasonable, and you know, there's nothing you could really do about it. You could wait if you want to wait, but there's no guarantee that they're going to come back down anytime soon. So, all right. One second, guys. Okay, so my building, and this is the Focus G by Fractal Design. All right, so because I've never used this cooler before, I will be reading the instruction booklet. So I guess just give me, you know what? I could put these fans on this radiator and still talk to you guys. Well, I'll give you the computer together where we have to put it together. What would be the point of me building it if I was going to send it to you in pieces? That's what it's going to be all built. It's going to have custom cables from NSourced, which I showed, which I will show. I'm going to show them again because they're just that good. There we go. These are the NSourced cables that are going to be going into this build when it's all done. And I am pretty pumped about that because they look awesome. But they will be here in a day or two. And you guys will see it when it's all done. All right. Yes, it is some Angry Orchard. So first of all, Angry Orchard is delicious for those of you who've never had it. But second of all, fun fact about me, I have celiac disease. So that means that I can't have gluten. So this is something that I actually found out not that long ago, and I really like beer. I'm sure if Neil is still here, he will chime in and let you know how much I like beer, because we have drank together on many occasions. But now I can't have beer. But Angry Orchard is just gluten-free, you know, I guess by chance. So that's what I drink now. Cider, most ciders are. There is some gluten-free beer, but I've heard that it's terrible. So I just kind of try to stay away from it. Yeah, I can't have any gluten at all. It's not like so celiac disease is not like lactose intolerance. It's not like I could have some and be sick and then be fine in the morning. It's actually a it's an autoimmune disease. So if I have gluten, my body has to simplify it, has a reaction, and as a result, if I do that for too long, I actually end up with permanent damage to my my small intestines. So that's not good. We don't want that. So where should I put it? How about this? Where do I put this AIO? Do I put it in the front? Do I put it maybe do I put it up top somehow? That looks weird. Does that look weird? That looks a little weird. It's going to interfere with the GPU. I'm going to have to put it in the front. Alright, that means I got to take off these front fans. Yeah, gluten's basically in, I don't know, everything. Gluten's in any kind of bread product, wheat product, anything with like grains, stuff like that. I can't have like a pasta. I can't have like whiskey or scotch, or just so many things that you really never even think of. Yeah, everybody's saying front, so that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna toss. How about I toss these up top? What do you guys think of that? What about if I toss these LED fans up top so that you have some light shining down? How does that sound? I think that sounds good. Does BPS come from my initials? Yes, it does. My name is Brian. I don't know if you guys know my last name or not. But yeah, my initials are BPS. What state do I live in? I live in Maryland. I used to live for a long time. I grew up in New York, and I was there for 27 years. And then I moved down to Maryland, met my wife, bought a house, and we are very happy here. Maryland is great. Honestly, I love New York, and I miss living in New York. I miss things about New York. I don't miss being there and being broke, because everything there is just stupid expensive, and you know, it's almost like you could never it's hard to get ahead. Let me put it that way. So, you know, living in New York was great, and we go back and visit, but being in Maryland permanently is just overall better. All right. Last name mystery, yeah. No, I'm not keeping it from you guys on purpose. I just didn't know that I had ever actually even mentioned what my last name was. So let's see how I'm going to do this. I think I could put these on the outside, and then this on the inside. No, that might be difficult for running the... No, I think we could do it. I think we could do it. Let's do it. Do I have kids? No kids. 2 cats, no kids. I'm sorry, 3 cats. What am I even saying? 3 cats, no kids. We have talked about having kids, but no decisions have yet been made. Can YouTube ads make you a living? They can't make me a living. I wish they could make me a living, but no, not quite yet. It takes, unfortunately, a lot of video views to even get close. And I am, you know, still a relatively small channel. So, unfortunately, not yet. Although, maybe someday. But yes, it can be done. Let's see, do I want to use these screws? I think I want to use these screws. These fit right in these holes. What's my name? I'm not telling. I'm gonna leave it a mystery. Neil better not say anything, because he knows. I gotta flip this for a second. Yeah, this is gonna line up. I think that's about right. Hey, we got it. All right. Yes, this is how I want this. Okay. Anish, thank you. I really appreciate it. You know, let me just talk for a second about YouTube and support, I guess, maybe. YouTube is a funny place. Of all like the major social, I don't know if you count as a social network, but it's definitely like, I think it's definitely social media in some way. Of all the social media platforms that I am a part of, YouTube is the most, I don't know. I gotta use different screws here. This isn't working. YouTube is unfortunately the most toxic. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't good people here, because there are certainly a lot of you. And we prove that because my subscribers are great. But the YouTube comment section sometimes gets out of hand. Like, just things come out of nowhere that you never really even foresee. Like, I had a video, actually the video on my channel that has gotten the most views ever is the video where I compared a GTX 1080 to an 8800 GTX, like a 10-year-old video card versus what at the time was brand new. And it was meant to be literally like a fun comparison. And after watching it back, I could tell you guys, I did some things wrong. Like, not necessarily that it was malicious or negligent, but I said some things that were maybe a little bit inaccurate. And the like to dislike ratio on that video that has like 300,000 plus views is like 50-50. And it's bizarre sometimes how people just will, it's like mob mentality almost, where you can't if you say one thing incorrectly, that video is just toast. Like, it's still, you know, I won't lie, like it did well for me just because the amount of people that watched it. But at the same time, I hate having something where the interaction is not mostly positive, because I'm trying to engender like a positive vibe here. Like, I don't go out attacking other people. I try not to make videos that are controversial, you know, like just kind of the way it is. And it gets a little bit frustrating. And to have most of you guys be the exact opposite of that is so awesome. Like, I can't even, I mean, you know, thanks for sticking around and watching, but also thanks for being just like humans, I guess, and not trolls that have, like, you know, if you have an opinion, I'm glad to listen to your opinion. Why isn't this going in? I'm glad to listen to your opinion. I often say things that are, I don't know, maybe not. I often say things that can be challenged. Let's put it that way. This isn't screwing in at all. There we go. So I don't mind that. I don't mind discussion. I don't mind some dissent. That doesn't bother me at all. It bothers me when people come out and attack other people. And it's clearly not just me that this happens to. Did I lose a screw? Yeah, I lost a screw. So, you know, that is unfortunate, but it is kind of a reality of being on YouTube. And I don't know. It's really nice most of the time that I don't have to deal with that kind of stuff, because you guys are so awesome. Anyway, that was a long. I didn't mean to get off on that kind of an aside. So anyway, what's up? Let me take a drink here. What's up with you guys? Dirty laundry sells. Yeah, controversy sells. I hate it. I hate it. You talk to, like, I mean, you guys don't, but I talked to my wife about this. And hold on. So I talked to my wife about this because it bothers me that so many channels like thrive on just controversy, drama. They are actually channels that are targeted towards drama. Because in this society today, like, there's so many people who watch reality shows, and what are reality shows? They're just manufactured drama. So that's what they've gotten used to ingesting, you know, and they want that from every facet of their content consumption. So you have a YouTube channel where I'm building a computer, and I'm, you know, doing a good job or a bad job or whatever I'm doing. I'm just building it, and that's all I'm doing, you know. So I get some views because people want to watch me build a computer. But you get another channel who's a drama channel, and they have no original content at all. All they're doing is talking about other people, and they blow up. So that kind of tells you, like, the state of, I don't know, what people's mindset is, like the mass mentality, which is a little depressing, I guess. Hey, I found that screw. All right. But what are you going to do? There's not really much you can do about that, unfortunately. So anyway, let's get back to building. So some people say they like drama. Some people say they hate it. I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, to each his own. What is happening here? Yeah, get in there. All right. Yeah, drama is everywhere nowadays. I watch Deadliest Catch. Oh, so Deadliest Catch. I love Deadliest Catch. I used to watch Deadliest Catch all the time. Yes, there is some drama with Deadliest Catch, but for the most part, those guys are no joke. Like, those guys are for real. So, I'm not in any way talking about Deadliest Catch when I'm talking about drama and reality shows, because no, I'm not stepping on their toes. That's for sure. What's a G.I. Joe beard? Albert says I have a G.I. Joe beard. I think that's a compliment. I'm not entirely sure, but that's awesome. Yeah, G.I. Joe beard. That's a new one. Oh man, this is a pain. I have to go out and back in again. Is the giveaway 18 plus? No, it's not actually. Feel free to enter if you are not yet 18, but do abide by whatever laws are in whatever municipality you happen to live in. Municipality, county, state, or country you happen to live in. Because if I send you a PC and you're not allowed to take it, that's on you. So, yeah, no age restriction because it's not like I'm giving away anything crazy here. But just be aware of what your local government says about accepting prizes. Come on, we're almost there. We almost got it. We got it. There we go. We're in. We are in. Where did I put the case? There it is. Okay. Boom. How about that? That looks pretty sick. All right. I assume we're going to have to change out this bracket on this Asetek pump. Right? To this one. When is the giveaway actually occurring? It is actually occurring now. You should definitely enter if you have not already. Actually, how do I want to sit this? I think I want it to be like this. I think like this. Yep, like that. Can I do it like that? Probably. All right, there we go. Nope, that's not quite it. Position my camera so you can see what I'm doing. You can't see what I'm doing? I thought you guys could see what I'm doing. If you guys can't see, just let me know. What's the worst comment I ever received? I don't know. There are a lot of bad ones. Come on, unlock. Unlock. Thanks. There are unfortunately a lot of bad ones. But it's weird. The ones that get me aren't necessarily like personal attacks, because personal attacks, you don't know me. Most people don't know me. So a personal attack doesn't mean anything, because who is it coming from? It's coming from somebody who doesn't know me. But the ones who say like I don't do research and things like that they anger me, just because. How does that look? I think it looks good. I like that. Just because I do a lot of research for my videos, so things like that were like, oh, you don't know anything, you don't do your research, you whatever. Those are real annoying, because most of the time I'm not answering those. Like, people are gonna say them, so whatever. You just kind of let them go. But you can't. I don't know. Those are the ones that I really don't like. If all 10K subs enter the giveaway, there's a very small chance of winning. That's true. That's kind of how things go, I guess. But I tried to make the prize worth it for you guys. So yes, there's a small chance of winning because there's one prize, but it's a good one. It's just like the lottery, Maybe this is exactly like the lottery. This is just as valuable as the lottery. But you guys get my point. Snarkiest comment contest? No. Please, for the love of God, don't engage in the snarkiest comment contest. All right. right. So how are we doing these mounting posts for AM4? AM4. 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 I think these are the right ones. Nope. Maybe not. Yes, okay, I got the right one. Sorry. You will do giveaways in the future too? Yeah. I actually, somebody said this to me the other day, is that I tend to do like a good amount of giveaways, especially considering the size of my channel. I'm gonna have, I'll let you guys in on a sneak peek. Thanks for watching the stream. I have a another giveaway. The next giveaway that I do is going to be for a Meanit 5 PM case and a Pixio PX245C monitor. And I don't know when exactly that's gonna be, but it shouldn't be that long. But so if you guys watched, I've mentioned this I guess maybe a couple times, but Meanit sent me 2 of their 5 PM cases as opposed to 1, and that was a mistake on their end. But now I have 2 of them, so I have to do something with them, and they're like, hey, why don't you give one away? So I said, sure, that sounds good. I'll do that. And then Pixio sent me their 32-inch 325C and their there we go, and their 24-inch 245C, and so you know, and they're also going to be sending me their 34-inch. I don't know the model number, but it's their 34-inch version of the same monitor. It's 30 wide. It's a widescreen. It's a 1440p widescreen. So I'm going to have 3 Pixio monitors, and I don't need all 3. So I'm going to be giving away the 24-inch version too. So that's going to be the next giveaway that comes up. So keep an eye out for that stuff. But I tend to try to do as many giveaways as I don't know, reasonably can. Like can't give all my stuff away, but honestly, I have a small office and a small-ish channel. I don't need everything that that I have. So why not? I'll give it to you guys. Did I put it in a thermal paste yet? No. This is the cooler has the Asetek pumps come pre-installed with the correct amount of thermal paste. So I'm not going to peel this off just yet, but I think that looks good, right? Let's zoom in a little bit. Hold on. What do you think about that? I think that's going to look pretty sick, right? Good. I'll take that as a yes. Beer time. Will you make videos of gaming? I have done a few of them. I typically did them when, but I'm not doing videos of just gaming. I'm not going to be doing like, you know, an hour or 2 of just me playing a game. I'm usually doing gameplay videos to test something. Like I did some gameplay videos on my Razer Blade when I got it. And those actually were pretty popular, so I think people like those. But wait, hold on one second. But I'm not a gaming channel, and I'm not going to try to be a gaming channel. So I mean, I'm not going to try to start doing those, but they are fun, and they're really easy compared to like what I do normally. So if I was a gaming channel, I think that would work out, but that's just not the case. Maybe someday I'll do some gaming. Maybe I'll do like a live stream, a gaming live stream. How about that? Would you guys be interested in that if I did like a gaming live stream? Maybe some of you guys could join in and we could just chat and hang out for a little bit. Maybe I'll do that every once in a while. What do you think about that? Let me know. The better the techie, the worse they are at gaming. Yeah. So, I've never been great at gaming, but I actually used to be at least decent. I used to game a lot back before probably most of you guys were even into computers or born, as sad as that is. But I mean, my first computer was a Commodore 64. So that'll tell you how old I am, I guess, maybe. But so I used to do PC gaming back in the day when they first introduced the Voodoo, the 3D effects, the Voodoo cards, basically the 3D accelerator cards. So you could play the original Half-Life at better frame rates. So that should tell you something about how long I've been doing this kind of thing. But I used to be decent at it, and I just kind of tailed off because I, like a lot of things, like I just don't do it anymore. So kind of you lose your skill over time. All right. Space War. I don't think I've ever heard of Space War. What's up with Space War? What's that about? Tell me. What games do I like? I like first-person shooters. I've always been decent at them. Again, relative term, but I've always been at least okay at them. And they are my favorite type of game. Like right now, even to right now, even though it's like a year plus old, Doom 2016 is still my favorite game. I still play it on occasion. Like when I have time to do some gaming, that's what I'm playing. First PC was a Packard Bell. I had a Packard Bell. That was also one of my first. I guess one of my first like 486 based systems was a Packard Bell. And that thing, my mom was super hesitant to get us that thing too, because at the time it wasn't cheap. It was a Pentium 60. Basically skipped right over the 486 33s and the 46 66s and right to the Pentiums. And she was none too happy when I'm like, hey, this is what this costs. So I should play CSGO. I am terrified to play CSGO. That game is so fast, and the people that play it are so serious about it that I think that if I ever tried, I would just go cry in a corner, because that's not when I game. That's oh jeez, hold on a second. Let me slide this over. But when I game, that's not what I'm about. I'm not like in it to slaughter everybody. I'm typically in it to have a good time. So I don't know. CS:GO guys, they're scary. All right, let me get all this stuff out of here. This we'll save for later. This we might be able to, yeah, I think we'll use that. Yeah, Battlegrounds, I've never played Battlegrounds. I've been invited to a couple games, and unfortunately just haven't been able to do it. But yeah, Battlegrounds looks like a lot of fun too. Also planning to install the OS and benchmark. I'm not going to benchmark it. I will install Windows though. Play Overwatch. Overwatch is a lot of fun. I've played some Overwatch while like for benchmarking reasons, and I always play it for way longer than I started off planning on playing it, just because it is a lot of fun. Sorry if this angle is weird for you guys. Oh, Titanfall. So Titanfall 2 was also Titanfall 2 was awesome. Did I lose? Oh, I lost the screws. 1 second, guys. Let me duck under the table. Okay, great. Lost the power supply screws. Good thing that I have a literal million of them. Did I lose them? Yeah, I must have booted them right off the edge. Hold on, guys. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Don't go anywhere. Screws. Yes. Okay. Have I played any MOBA games? No, I haven't. I'm not into that. That's not my scene, really. Once again, I have done some Dota. I've played some Dota for benchmarking reasons. But to be honest with you, it's all bots. I just play bot matches just because that's the easiest way to do things when all you're trying to do is get frame rates. So yeah, I'm not really into Dota. I have a bunch of friends who are. But yeah, that's not my thing. All right. How are we going to do these cables, huh? The only reason I'm doing this right now is I want to get the EPS cable installed before I put the fans in up top. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about putting a power supply in just yet. Come on there, and just as a reminder, so this EPS cable, as it sits, is going to turn into these cables when they arrive from EndSource. So that's going to look, it's just going to make everything pop. Oops. Okay. All right. A legit giveaway. Have people been doing non-legit giveaways? I mean, I suppose, like, you know, some giveaways are better than others. But I think if people are voluntarily giving you their stuff, I think that's pretty cool, to be honest with you. People get mad because I've run a couple of US only giveaways. But yes, this is a worldwide giveaway, international. But I've done a couple of US onlys. And a lot of the times, to be honest with you, that's because the prizes are coming from like a vendor, not coming from me. And the vendor doesn't want to ship to, you know, wherever. They want to ship inside the United States. So, unfortunately, wow, am I zoomed in or is this just a weird angle? I'm way zoomed in. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So yeah, so unfortunately sometimes I can't help it if the giveaways are just US. I would prefer to do it international all the time, but to be honest with you, international shipping is a real pain. And if somebody wins this particular system outside of the United States, it's probably gonna cost me, I don't know, like $300 to ship it. So not an insignificant expense, and you know, incurring that repeatedly is I don't know, it's something. It definitely eats into any mediocre profits I might get from this channel. Yeah, sorry about that zoom, guys. How will the winner deal with the warranty? I'm not providing a warranty on this system. That is, if you guys have a problem with something that happens, like one of the components in here, you would need to deal with the manufacturer. I can't really help you there, sorry. How will it get parceled to you? Probably U.S. Postal Service. They're the the easiest as far as like filling out customs forms and stuff. Assuming you don't live in the United States. Yeah, and I mentioned this earlier. It might, I mean, it might cost money when it arrives. I don't know. Whatever your local government makes you pay, I can't, unfortunately. I have no idea what that might be. So you guys would be responsible for if they tax you or something. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I can't really pay that up front. I have no idea what that amount might be. Okay, I'm like out of beer. I gotta go get a beer. It's gonna take me 20 seconds. Be right back. Whew. Fresh beer. It's getting a little warm in here. These lights are like literally right on me. Although I'm getting a little sweaty. But beer break for a second. What's up with you guys? I've been trying to answer as many questions as I can. They're kind of like flying by here. So I can't really see all of them, unfortunately. But if you really want me to see a question, just you could toss me $1 or something in super chat, and it gets it gets posted like right at the top. But yeah, you know, if anybody wants to donate, that's how you do it. But thank you if you do. But yeah, I've been trying to get to everybody's questions. What socket does the power supply use? Yeah, it's a US power supply. If you're not in the US, you'll need an adapter. Donate to me so I could have a mini fridge by your desk. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. I actually have in my basement. I have a bar, which some of you guys may have seen in some of my other videos. I used to shoot B-roll there. So it's not that far, but it's not my office. Yeah, this is my 3rd Angry Orchard, I think. Doing pretty good. Gleam will let me add the follow option for Twitter. I don't know. I don't know about that. How about this? Anybody else listening had that problem? Anybody else not being able to follow on Twitter? Let me know, because if so, I'll write to Gleam and I'll see what's going on. I do have Steam. I play a lot. Whenever I'm playing, I'm usually playing a Steam game. What is my aim? I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry. Oh, my cat's here. Atari is here. I have 3 cats. I have Atari. I have Loki, and I have Newman. What postal service does he use to send the PC? The U.S. Postal Service. All right, let's get back to it. So what do we got left here? We got, hold on. What do we got left? We got the motherboard, we got the cooler, the memory, the power supply. We got the graphics card, and we have the storage in the front panel and all that good stuff. All right. All right, so let's get these. Why don't we get these front panel connectors going, and then we'll start to maybe tidy up some of this wiring. I'm actually, so here, full disclosure, guys, I'm not going to be doing the cable management on this build yet because I am going to be getting those cables, those extensions from Ensourced. So I'm going to have to rework everything once they arrive anyway. So I'm not going to be doing the cable management of this build. I'm just going to be kind of buttoning it up, making sure it works. And then taking it from there once the extensions arrive. All right, let's get these through here. Let's get this through here. After Paul Newman? No. So, weird, funny, nerdy story. I don't know. When we Newman actually was the third cat that we adopted. I've had Atari for like 10 years, but Newman was a stray, and he kind of showed up at our doorstep and just hung out for a while. And my wife, I mean, he was very sweet and very personable. So my wife kind of took to him and like fed him once, and that was the end of that. And we could not get him to go away, so we took him in, and he had some fleas. We had him defleed, but he's awesome. He's like mischievous and the most like athletic of my cats. But when we had we didn't know what to call him, so my wife was calling him the new man for a long time. And eventually I'm like, hey, why don't we just call him Newman? And it stuck. So that's the story of Newman. Now you guys know. Oh man, the audio cable's all the way over there. This might be a problem. If you win, you'll pay shipping and customs. That is very generous, but not necessary. I wouldn't make you do that. Thank you though. You might have to pay customs either way, but shipping is on me. Alright. Maybe I should have done this before I did the power supply. How about that, Brian? Do you even think before you do things? Generally not. Generally I don't. Yeah, Newman from Seinfeld. That's exactly where I was coming from. All right, let's get these in here. Yeah, there is a cutout for the HD audio. It's like right in the corner, so that's good. This case though, the length of the cable though, like running, it ends up having to run like diagonally across the back, which isn't ideal. But what are you gonna do? Let's get these USBs plugged in. That's a fan cable. I don't want that down there. I want my front cable. Front panels. Front panels, where are you at? There you are. There you are. Okay. So, I'm going to spin this around so maybe you guys could see as I'm futzing around, but actually, you know what? I think I'm going to move this. I think I'm going to move this down here so that it doesn't stick out like that. Look, here, let me zoom in. So see how this sticks out like past this? What if I moved it down here? What do you guys think of that? I know like right angle is kind of cool, but what do you think about if I move it down there and just make it kind of a little bit out of the way? That way you won't see the blue. What do you think? Bye, Spooks. Thanks for hanging out. Is your PC powerful than the PC you're building right now? Significantly more powerful, yeah. If you guys watched, I built it. I built it live on, I did a 3-part build video on it. So if you guys want to know more about it, just take a look at my channel. It was called Dark Crystal. It's a 6900K, 2 1080 Ti's. How many USB are there on this piece on the PC? Quite a bit. I mean, there's a bunch up front and there's a bunch around back. I doubt you'll run out. Seems like there's a good amount. All right, so the front panel headers are not labeled. Great. So let's get the manual. For the most part, these are universal. Universal. That's a weird thing to say. They're not universal. They're all pretty much the same. I say move it. Yeah, I'm thinking I should move it. What about it? Does anybody else have any opinion on that? If I should move this? All right, so what do we got here? This thing is in my way. I think I want to get rid of this thing. I think I'm gonna get rid of this thing. Let's get rid of it. Can we mount on the back? Oh, I'm an idiot. So, check this out. So the SSD mount is back here, so you have to screw in without the power supply in place. So I guess I could just slide that out of the way. I'll just slide it out of the way. That's not a big deal. All right, let's get rid of this thing, and then we will move our power supply temporarily and install our SSD. Did I miss a screw? Missed the screw. Missed the screw. Got it. All right. That is better. That's better, right? That's better. Definitely think that's better. Okay. I will move this. I will also have to unscrew this temporarily, just so I can get that SSD in there. I can mount the... Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I have to move this so that I could basically screw through the back of the motherboard tray and install the SSD. All right, let me slide this out a little bit. There we go. Am I planning on any YouTube commercials with Fractal Josh? Moving on. Let's move on. I would love to do a commercial with Fractal Josh. We don't have any plans right now. Let me say that. That's where we'll leave that. All right. Get some screws for this SSD. I typically only mount. Fine. Okay. I typically only mount my my SSDs with 2 screws because they don't need more than that. They don't move, and there's no moving parts. So why waste screws? Okay. Pardon me. There we go. There's one. Will I send the drive cage and PCI slot covers? That yes, everything that is important to the system will come with it. So, like I said earlier, I'm gonna leave it up to the winner if they want like the boxes. But regardless, I will send them like the drive cage and things like that, because that's stuff that they should have. Sorry, I can't donate a beer. Super chat here in Netherlands doesn't work. Oh, that's okay, man. I appreciate the thought. All right. I'm actually back now. Just grabbed a healthy 1 liter Mountain. I think that's Dew. A Mountain D. It's a new drink. I just grabbed a healthy Angry Orchard. Please sign the PC. I will leave that up to the winner. I will certainly do that if the winner wants me to do it. But I don't want to go scribbling on somebody's case if they don't want that. All right. This is starting to look like a computer. What do you guys think? Starting to look like a computer. I'm very excited. I think I might be unreasonably excited. Okay. All right. Let's get these front panel connectors connected. All right. This is tedious, so I'm going to shut up for a second. And we're almost done. Got it. Nailed it. Nailed it. All right. Do I play any Final Fantasy or Resident Evil? No, not currently. Funny story. Not funny story. Why is this all wonky? I don't like that. Is this making adequate contact? I am not entirely sure. I'm going to have to investigate that because it looks like it shifts a little bit. Anyway, funny story. Final Fantasy, when I was growing up, when I was a wee lad, Final Fantasy 3 for the Super Nintendo, which I think in Japan is 6 or 7, Final Fantasy 6 or 7, was my obsession. Like, I could not stop playing that game. When I got to be a little bit older and I found out what emulators were and I was in college, I once again could not stop playing that game. And I kind of wish that they would do some kind of a, I don't know, a refresh of that, re-release somehow, you know, like they did with one of the other Final Fantasies. I forget which ones. But I kind of wish that they would do that because I would love to play that game again. But as of right now, I don't play Final Fantasy or Resident Evil. Alright. I have a MacBook Pro in hope of playing high-end games, but then I realized that MacBooks are intended for productivity. I had a MacBook for a long time, and I loved that computer. I would not... MacBooks aren't for everybody because they're not cheap, but as far as functionality, ease of use, there's literally nothing that beats them. Like, I never once had my MacBook crash on me, ever. I never had any problems with it. All the OS updates are free. I don't know. I think MacBooks are... I like MacBooks a lot more than a lot of my my contemporaries, my PC building family. I like MacBooks a lot. There's a re-release with really bad sprite work. You talking about Final Fantasy? Is there any real difference between SSD and a hard drive? It's just a bit quicker. Bit quicker is not even the right terminology. It's a different category of performance. SSDs will boot from 0 in like 10 seconds versus a hard drive booting in a minute or something. Accessing programs, even like Windows Explorer, is just like a world of difference. If you've never built with an SSD, you are missing out, and I would recommend it. I recommend that is the single biggest thing that you could do for your computer to boost its performance if you don't have one. How many countries have I traveled to so far? I have to count. So I've been to, my wife and I like to travel. We are going to Iceland where we have never been. We're going to Iceland in a couple of weeks. But I have been to, does the United States count? United States, Canada, Mexico, Costa Rica, Italy, France, Netherlands, England. Is that it? Monaco. I think that's it. 9. So not a lot, a good amount, but we like to travel. France is my favorite place in the world. I speak a little bit of French. I took French for a long time growing up, and the stories that you hear over there from people, like, they hate Americans, are likely from people that aren't trying. Like, if you're trying at all in France, the people are awesome. Like, don't go in there and be like, I want a cheeseburger, because that pisses people off. But if you're trying at all to assimilate into their culture, the French people are amazing. And I don't know. I love France. Let's see. Traveling is life. Unfortunately, I don't have them. Yeah, traveling is life, and traveling is not cheap. Both true statements. GPU time. It's GPU time. Don't come to Dubai. It's insane here. Come during the winter. You'll love it. I would love to go to Dubai. That is kind of on the list. I am supposed to be going to Computex next year, so hopefully we cross off both Taiwan and Japan, because I'd like to make a stopover in Japan. It seems like almost kind of a waste of a hugely long trip if you don't. But yeah, so we'll see about that. I've never left America. I've only been to 3 states. That's fine. I mean, not everybody can travel. Not everybody has the means to travel. But if you can, at some point, do it. It's rewarding. Learning about other cultures, meeting people that are not like you, it changes your world perspective in a good way. Let's see, what else is going on? Why would I visit the Netherlands? Because Amsterdam is great. Amsterdam was a lot of fun and beautiful. You should do vlogging if you're traveling. I did a vlog. I did a beer time. I did a vlog. I did a travel vlog when I went to Costa Rica. It's on the channel. It's two episodes long, and it is possibly like the least viewed 2 videos that I have on the channel. I like doing it a lot. It was pretty fun, but it's not what people who subscribe to me to see, which is fine. Like, I shouldn't be like scattershotting. I should be focused, and that's that. I understand. The people don't necessarily want to watch it, but I wanted to do them because the vlogs of Costa Rica. Costa Rica is an amazing place. Another place I would definitely recommend. But yeah, travel vlogs are fun, but not really, not for this channel. Let's put it that way. All right. They don't hate Americans, they hate Trump. Well, that might be true, but I was there a couple years ago, so Trump wasn't even on the radar at that point. It was a good time. Good time to be alive. How do I want to do this? How do I want to swoop? It's almost irrelevant because, like I said, these are going to be replaced with these cables. So these aren't going to stay in here long. So I think it might just be important that I plug it in, just so that we can make sure that everything is working, and then worry about making it pretty a little bit later on. There are people who love watching vlogs too. Yeah, I am one of them. I like watching. I religiously watch Casey Neistat. Oh, did we drop? Did we drop there for a second? No, sorry if we did. Anyway, there are people who love watching vlogs. I watch Casey Neistat all the time. I won't watch all the vloggers because there's so many of them. But you know, if it's done right, vlogging is entertaining. But it's, you know, you have to build up a channel for vlogging. Like if I started a separate channel saying like calling it like BPS blogs or something, then the people that subscribe to it would know what they're getting. You subscribe to me for this. So that's what I'm going to focus on, I think. Yeah, 5 more subscribers and 11K. It's amazing what having a friend like Kyle will do for a channel like mine. All right. So I'm just switching a couple things around here. The only thing that's left to do is put the SATA power to the SSD, and then I think we are done. So, how was I able to get a Galaxy GPU? I asked Galaxy for one. You could buy them. You could buy them in the United States. You just have to do it from Galaxy. You buy them from their store. Michael Carter sends me $2 and no comment. Thanks, man. That's awesome. People donating. I'm still trying to come to terms with people who want to give me money. I have nothing against it, but I like people that want to support me. Just blows me away. So thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. And if you want to ask a question, feel free. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat and find your question. $11K subs before the stream ends. I'm down for that. Let's try to get 12K before the stream ends. Invite all your friends. All right, so this looks like a giant disaster. But like I said earlier, I'm not doing the cable management right now. I'll be doing that when the extensions come in because it wouldn't make any sense to do that right now. Let's plug up these fans. Kyle is in Bitwit. Yes, Kyle is in Bitwit. All right. Got that. We got that. Let me pull these back through. Oh no. All right, I'll redo this one. Got to know about the channel from Kyle. Yeah, Kyle's been awesome. So he hit me up, I don't know, a year ago maybe or something, because he wanted some advice on a water-cooled build in a Manta. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his water-cooled build in a Manta, but I had done one, I don't know, a long time ago basically when the case first came out, and he hit me up just for some information on how I had done it, and we started talking and kind of, you know, became friends and hung out a little at CES and we talk, you know, and he's been awesome. His channel is blowing the F up. He's up to like 800,000 subscribers or something like that. Something crazy like that. Hey, disclaimer, I'm putting the back of the case on right now. This is not the way it's going to look when everything's done. But yeah, Kyle's just been awesome, and when he found out that I was doing, that I had just hit 10K, I was doing a giveaway, he was pleased as punch to tweet something out, and as a result, got more eyeballs on the giveaway, and things have been rolling since. Okay, so this looks a little weird right now because of the lack of cable management. But what do we think? What do we think? I talked to Paul as well. Yes, Paul and I talk as well. Does that look all right? The shades of white are a little bit different here to here, but I'm not sure that that makes a huge difference. But I think we're done. What do you think? Let me plug this in. Let's see if we can turn this thing on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, check that out. Everything working, fans are spinning. Let me see if I can turn these lights off. Let me see if I can. Hold on. So we got some illumination like under here. These two fans are illuminated, shining down a little bit. Got to take like the plastic off of here, but boom, we're all done. Check that out. I will check if it posts, you know, off stream. I'm not going to put you guys through that because just say it doesn't post, then I got to go through all the diagnostics and troubleshooting, and that's a pain. You guys don't want to watch that. All right. Whew, I got a little sweaty there. I don't know. The lights are killing me. That's it, man. That's it, guys. We're all done. Live stream is done. Thanks so much for sticking around. Those of you guys who donated are awesome. Those of you guys who didn't donate, you're all dead to me. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for hanging out. It means so much to hit 10K, and we're gonna keep going. And when next like big giveaway I'll do will be like 25K. So hopefully that that's not too soon. Not too soon. Hopefully that's not too long, because if we get a little momentum from this and kind of power forward, and hopefully we get there sooner than it took to get to 10. But yeah, any last minute questions for you guys, so that I can answer before I get on out of here? I don't see any pending pinned super chats or anything, so I think I got all of those. Wait a minute. Nothing's coming through. One shout out, Devil, please. Sure. Thanks for hanging out, Devil. I gotta sleep now. Peace out. Peace. Peace. All right. So no new questions coming through. Find me on Twitter if you guys want to ask a question or something like that. But I will be posting some pictures of this once those extensions come through, and we get a real good idea about how it looks. So thanks guys for hanging out, and see you on the next live stream.